Hello everyone. Today we're going to be talking about user roles and permissions. We're going to talk about creating new user roles and editing permissions on existing user roles. I have a couple of investigators on my team that I need to give different permissions. So I went to the staff list and I want to take a look and I'll filter down to the investigator level. So I want to allow my investigator Dick Tracy the ability to see the client and the client contact information on the case. He's a more senior investigator, so I want to give him the ability to see a bit more on his user role. So the way that we do that is we want to go ahead and click on the Settings tab, go to User Roles, and here I see the investigator user role. Now, if I click on this, I can see that under the case permissions, the view client and contact info in the cases is not checked. But I want to leave this for my other investigators, and I want to make a new role, and I want to assign Dick Tracy to that role because he needs to have this additional permission. So the way that you do that is you click New Role, and this asks you, would you like to clone an existing role? And this saves you a lot of time, and if you've already crafted a role, you have a sense of what that role can do. And if you're just adding an additional, permission, or if you're removing a permission, it's best to clone an existing role and then make edits to that cloned role. So let's go ahead and take a look. So I'm going to select Investigator, and there it tells me that it's a copy. Now I'm going to change this over to Senior Investigator. I'll add this role to the appropriate access groups and set the default group. And then I'm going to scroll down and add that can view client contact info on the case. I'm going to check that. If after I save this, that permission is now added to this user role, and anybody assigned to that role will now have that permission. It really is as simple as that. So scroll back up to the top. I'm going to click Save User Role, and we're all set there. So now what I need to do, I need to be sure that I assign that staff member this user role. So we click on Staff, then Staff List. I can go ahead and filter again down to Investigator. So there's Dick Tracy. Great. And now I can go ahead and click Edit, Profile, and from the drop down here, I can now select Senior Investigator. All right, there we go. Great. So now Dick Tracy now has the ability to view clients and client contacts on the case. It is as simple as that. You can create entirely new user roles, and you can edit user roles all in that same place. Go to Settings and User Roles. If you need to make some adjustments, it really is just an on and off switch by checking and unchecking these boxes. Great. If you have any questions, be sure you send those to support@trackops.com. Thanks again for watching. We'll talk to you again next time. Thank you for using Trackops.